Last year we had the Motorola Nexus 6. This year we have two new Nexus devices, the LG Nexus 5X and the Huawei Nexus 6P, the flagship of the new Nexus devices and the Nexus device that's most similar to last year's Nexus 6. So what's so new about the Nexus 6P? Well, there's a lot of new changes and new improvements, most of which are for the better. For starters, we have an aluminum build construction that stretches around the sides and onto the back of the device, and it feels really great. It has a very nice cool to the touch feel, something that you don't really have with the Nexus 6. It also doesn't pick up any fingerprint smudges or just fingerprints in general, which is really nice. In addition, we have this little circle. It's a fingerprint scanner, and it's one of the fastest on the market. The Nexus 6 doesn't have a fingerprint scanner, so it's a welcome addition. Android 6.0 Marshmallow also natively supports fingerprint scanners now, hence the implementation. The fingerprint scanners on the new Nexus devices work very, very well. They're in a very natural spot for your finger when you pull out the device from your pocket. However, when your phone is laying flat on a surface, they're very unpractical because you can't access the fingerprint scanner. You either have to pick up the device from a flat surface, flip it over, and unlock it via your fingerprint, or enter in a PIN or a password, which can be a little bit of a pain. So that's really my only complaint with the fingerprint scanner being on the back of the device. The camera itself is a 12.3 megapixel camera sensor with 1.55 micron-meter pixels and an f2.0 aperture, IR laser-assisted autofocus, and a broad spectrum CRI 90 dual flash. We haven't had enough time to really test the camera sensors of the new Nexus devices here on PhoneDog, but rest assured, coverage is coming. I can't wait to test out the camera sensor. If you remember last year with the Nexus 6, the camera sensor and the battery life were really the two major gripes I had with that device. So this one definitely looks promising. As for the front-facing camera sensor, it's also pretty sweet. It's an 8 megapixel camera sensor with 1.4 micron-meter pixels and a fairly wide-angle lens and f2.4 aperture. On the front of the device, we have dual front-facing stereo speakers, which aren't exactly new over the Nexus 6, but hey, they're much appreciated. I love front-facing stereo speakers, so much better than on the bottom or on the back. Definitely love these front-facing speakers. There's also a 5.7-inch WQHD 2560 by 1440 resolution AMOLED display. It's really hard to go back to a non-AMOLED display. I loved AMOLED displays back when I had the Samsung Fascinate years ago, and I still love them today, more so than LCD panels. The 5.7-inch display size and the QHD resolution is very nice. I think more people will like it because it's more manageable than the Nexus 6 and its 6-inch display, or near 6-inch display. Taking a quick look around the software, and this is really where the Nexus shines, as if it didn't shine in other areas. It's pure stock Android, and it's fantastic. It's super fluid, super fast. There is a Snapdragon 810 octa-core processor and 3 gigabytes of RAM in here to help this thing perform very well. Before I finally received my Nexus 6P, I was using the iPhone 6s Plus as my daily driver, so it's crazy to see that scrolling is actually more fluid on the Nexus 6P than the iPhone 6s Plus. It's seriously impressive. I haven't been able to thoroughly test the battery life yet. I just only received the device, but the Nexus 6P does feature a 3550 mAh battery, and paired with the Android 6.0 Doze software feature, and the battery life should be rock solid. I have high expectations. So the Nexus 6P is going to be my daily driver for quite some time. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really excited. It's going to be pretty nice coming from iOS. Like I said, I was using the iPhone 6s Plus as my daily, so it's nice. I had a little bit of a break from Android, which makes returning to Android all of the better. So yeah, I can't wait to put my SIM officially in here and just get going. But with that said, let us know what you like for us to cover in an upcoming video with the Nexus 5X and the Nexus 6P. I got some cool stuff planned in the works, so stay tuned for that. But I want to hear what you guys are interested in first and foremost. So let me know, let us know in a comment down below. I'm BoHD from PhoneDog.com. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.